Hello guys, and welcome to another Disney's reading. This one is number 10. I know it says January 10th, but I'm saying them by number. I've got the smelly assistant standing next to me.
Hello.
And if you hear any noise in the background, it might be Rufus, who was in the previous video. Kind of, his paw was. Anyway, so let's read. Mrs. Jumbo was very sad. More than anything else in the world, she had been longing for a baby elephant of her own. Many other animals in the circus had babies, and as she watched the mothers with their infants, she grew sadder and sadder. Then one day, a stork delivered a baby elephant to Mrs. Jumbo. The tiny elephant was the most beautiful creature she had ever seen, and she was the happiest animal in the circus. But then it happened. Her baby sneezed, causing his ears to unfold. They were extremely large ears. Okay. And the other elephants laughed at him in a way that was not nice at all. Instead of calling him... You can do, yeah. Instead of calling him Jumbo Jr., one elephant said dryly, "He ought to be called Dumbo." The others laughed loudly at this. Mrs. Jumbo ignored their taunts and curled her trunk around her beloved baby. As the days went by, Mrs. Jumbo grew to love her baby more and more. She played hide-and-seek with him, pretending to be surprised when he hid behind her legs. She played peek-a-boo with him. She sang him lullabies at bedtime and danced around with him when he woke up. One evening, Mrs. Jumbo found her precious baby looking terribly sad. She guessed that the other elephants had been taunting him again, and her eyes flashed with indignation. But she tenderly put him to bed, tucking his large ears around him to keep him warm. It looks like smelly assistant's going back. "Don't mind what the others say," she whispered softly. "You are going to grow up to be a fine elephant. Shall I sing you a lullaby, darling?" As Dumbo nodded, Mrs. Jumbo heard the other elephants talking in low tones in the next stall. "Making a noise over there, yes, smelly assistant?" "Honestly," one of them was saying, "you'd think he was the only elephant left on earth, the way she pampers him. She spoils him terribly, she does." But Mrs. Jumbo ignored their whispers and began to sing. "Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna sing you a lullaby. And if someone should laugh at your ears, Mama's gonna be here to dry your tears. And if your tears can't be extinguished, Mama thinks that large ears are really distinguished." Oh my goodness me, bear with me. Time to help the smelly assistant there. Then she continued to hum and rock her son until his eyelids grew heavier and heavier, and he fell asleep. Mrs. Jumbo hummed for a little while longer. Okay, 1 second. Then stood up. But wait, why was it so quiet? All along the elephant stall, soft snoring could be heard. Mrs. Jumbo's lullabies had put all the elephants to sleep. Well, bear with me. Yeah. Well, if you did enjoy this story, I'm not sure how you could, click like, and if you'd like to see more, click subscribe, because of course it would tell you about them. And the next one is, of course, Nemo, which is number 11. So join me if you do want for that one. Bye.